Hello from VentureRV RV. Today we are going to be touring the exterior of the 2020 VentureRV SportTrek travel trailer. Currently looking at the nose of the trailer. This unit does come with a power jack. As we approach, that is one of the first things we will see here. Power jack controls, there is a light switch, heavier up and down. Ball hitch, standard 7-pin connection, currently plugged in. Marker lights are on, you can see those two lights up there. Breakaway cable, safety chains. Just behind have our propane tanks with gauges, accessible with the cover on. Simply we'll slide that down into place, and those tighten down. Just behind is a battery, currently inside the battery box. Battery has been serviced. And down here we have the battery disconnect, which is currently on. You will want it to be in the on position, which is that arrow pointing to green when you are using the travel trailer. When going to be away from the trailer for a night or extended periods of time, always a good idea to just simply switch that dial over to the left into the off position so you're not drawing from the batteries. Backing up over to the left, you have the awning out. Awning light is currently off, but it's situated just up underneath. This unit does come with solar charging capabilities should you want to add a panel. And on both of the side marker lights there are cameras that are wireless that will work with the monitor, which is inside, as well as the backup camera. Inside this compartment here we do have a switch. This switch controls the light strip. It runs right along underneath there, as well as a light that can be always on or on sensor. The sensor itself is right there. Simply switching over. Nice big pass-through compartment here. Down below we have our jacks. One on this side, one over there on that side, two in the rear. 3/4 inch socket will run them down and up. Moving along, entry door, steps. Right here is going to be the furnace exhaust. When the furnace is on, hot air will be exhausting out of here, so be mindful of yourselves, pets, children, etc. Just to the left we have another marker light. Right here is going to be fridge access, rear fridge access. There are two thumb locks. Take a straight edge screwdriver and two screws holding that in place. Down below, GFCI outlet. Continuing onwards, the rear entry into the bathroom, and a television and refrigerator on the rear end. Light switch here. Cabinet storage. Fridge. Currently locked. Pop that up and off. And opens up. And then to close, just simply latches back into place. Back end here, two more stabilizer jacks. Again, 3/4 inch socket runs those up and down. You have a propane quick connect back here should you want to bring a grill, Blackstone, etc. You'll simply pop this cap off, run your quick connect in there, and then you will want to make sure that this is parallel with the propane line to bring propane and open that propane line up. Down below here we have our low point drains, currently closed. You want to crack those when it's time to winterize, draining all the water out of the system. Moving onto the back here. Bumper does pop off. Good place to store your sewage hose. Just squeeze and simply push them back in. As we come to the back side, there is a rear roof access ladder. Stores and locks in this position. To get out, you will simply want to pull up and it will slide down. You want these pins to go through and into the holes. A little bit difficult to do one-handed, as well as over here on the other side. And then to bring it into the locked position, you'll simply bring it up and push down, like so. There is a towing grate back here, currently in the open position. Simply lifting up when not in use. You want to make sure that you slide the pins through right here and then place the cotter pin through the hole in the bigger pin, one on both sides. On the back side here as well, we do have a tank flush. Simply pops off. You'll hook your hose up to it. Always a good idea to make sure that your sewer cap is off and your black tank is open when using the tank flush. If, however, you are not going to do so, just be mindful of how long you've been running water into that tank. Just build up pressure and then shut the water off, open up your tank, and make sure that the sewage cap is off. To the left here we have the hot water heater. Hot water heater runs on both gas and electric. When running on the electric side, you will need to ensure that this on-off switch down here is in the on position, and then flip it to the electric side in the bathroom where the control panel is. When running on gas, you want to make sure that this is in the off position, and then you'll flip the LP gas side in the bathroom on the main control panel. 1 1/16 inch socket will remove the anode rod here. Before doing so, you'll want to make sure that you crack your pressure release valve to release the pressure, drain your system, and then you'll want to bypass it as I showed you on the interior portion of this tour. Rear backup camera, marker lights, brake lights, license plate light. On the back end here is also cable satellite hookup. Continuing onward, we come to the rear slide out and jack. Moving forward, in between the two, there is an exterior shower, 50 amp hookup just down below, marker light, and then down below there is your sewer outlet. Black tank handle, gray tank handle. Always a good idea to pull the black tank prior to pulling the gray tank. Gray tank will flush out any sediment that gets caught in the sewer outlet here. Second main slide out. Moving on around, coming back down. Stabilizer jack on the other side, and then this line right here, that is going to be the fresh tank water drain, currently closed. When time to drain that fresh tank, you'll just want to turn that lever to be parallel with the line coming out, and the fresh tank will drain itself. We have two water connections here. This top one will fill the fresh water tank. This bottom one is your city water connection, and we'll be running off with a hose. And inside this compartment here, we have our 50 amp power cable, spare tire tool, should you ever need to access the spare tire. Just slides on and the spare tire will drop down. And should the power jack ever be without power, or you are boondocking and do not have power, you are able to use this tool by removing this right here, and you can still run your jack up and down with that tool. Inside here we also have marker light with camera, and from the other side of the pass-through compartment. This concludes the exterior tour of the 2020 VentureRV SportTrek travel trailer. Thank you.